What's going on, guys? This your boy John the Liquidator coming back with a major story. So it looked like Kevin Stefanski has responded to Myles Garrett erupting on the sideline, but more importantly, the SHEDEUR Sanders trade rumors. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go.
Like my man Junior. For real? Somebody call me Junior too. When I pulled up, I thought you was Junior. I got put on my voice.
Stop right here for me. Came back saying
Is having a great day today, and I'm here to tell you. Look like those SHEDEUR Sanders trade rumors is starting to pick up major steam. And I'm talking about from the New York Jets, man. It's making mainstream media that the New York Jets is really targeting SHEDEUR Sanders. They want him in New York. And what better place will it be for SHEDEUR to be? New York, the Big Apple, his type of scenery. Now, I'm here to tell you, it ain't no guarantee that they gonna get him. But one thing I can tell you is that the Cleveland Browns allegedly told the Jets that they wanted a second-round pick to let SHEDEUR go. Now, if that is the case, and that is true, everything we've been saying is true. SHEDEUR was blackballed. This whole thing he was blackballed. How the hell y'all want a second-round pick from a fifth-round quarterback for a fifth-round quarterback? Oh, he was hella blackballed. Now, with all of that being said, we know Myles Garrett had a situation on the sideline yesterday. We seen him pretty much snap on the whole damn team through his helmet, and it was just a bad look, bruh. I'm here to tell you, Kevin Stefanski spoke to the media today, and he joking like it's funny. Like Kevin Stefanski really think this stuff is funny. You got Mike Verbal pretty much targeting you, calling you a gimmick coach. Man, it is looking bad. With all that being said, let's check out what he had to say. Roll the footage.
Throughout this kept saying we have to put our players in better positions. So since you've been trying to do that since the first game, what more can be done?
Well, I think the big picture there, Jeff, is to have success as an offense, you have to be efficient in what you're doing, and you have to be explosive in what you're doing. And in order to do that, we have to put guys in certain spots, put them in whatever position it may be at wide receiver, tight end, running back, if you will, and find ways to maximize their skill set. So when you're not having the success that we need to be having and we're working towards, obviously we're not doing enough. So you're constantly looking at different players, different ways that routes that they can run concepts that they can run. So you have to continue to search for those things so that you can be efficient and then ultimately explosive.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Daryl.
Yeah, Kevin, you guys seem to be somewhat excited in the draft to get Dillon Gabriel in the third round. And obviously he's not shown maybe some of those things that you guys saw coming out of college. Just what's been missing in these 4 starts as far as bringing out some of those traits that really got you guys as an organization excited about him?
Yeah, I think it's as you know, Daryl, this is playing good on offense is about 11 guys on the field and us as coaches doing our job. Obviously, young players will learn in each outing that they're out there. I think Dillon will continue to learn, will continue to get better. But it's really an entire offensive type of thing where we all need to be better.
And it doesn't seem like we're going to talk to Andrew this week. But just for you, going back to last season, and it's obviously been a difficult stretch here for the organization. Just, how has this been for you to kind of, get through these growing pains as you guys try and find your footing again?
Yeah, it's football. There's ups and downs to a game. There's ups and downs to a season. We'll take a breath here. Players certainly will get refreshed and we'll be ready for the final 9 of the regular season.
All right, next we'll go to Chris.
Hey, Kevin, I know we've talked a lot over the last several weeks about the deep passing game. Are you noticing defenses starting to really start to over overload the box, almost dare you to try to throw deep or doing things defensively, because of what you guys haven't been able to do in that aspect of the game?
I think every game is different, Chris. Every defense has a different plan week to week. Sometimes it can be disguised. Sometimes it can be, like you're mentioning, a 7 or 8 man box. But it really, we've seen all different types of defenses throughout the season.
Thanks.
All right, next we'll go to Ashley.
Hey, Kevin, a few of the guys were talking about, with the run kind of along those lines, the lack of production on early downs hurting you guys. I mean, how much does that impact the play calling, especially when you're facing so many 3rd and longs, even earlier in the game?
Yeah, I think that's a key to being successful on offense, Ashley, is having success on early downs, whether you run or pass it, to either stay out of 3rd down or stay into 3rd and manageable distances. And I think too often in that game, we didn't do a good enough job on 1st down, and that led to not staying on the field. The time of possession was such that we weren't able to, remain on the field, get to plays that we wanted to get to, and you end up running out of time there if you're not doing your job on 1st and 2nd down.
And I know you got asked about Jerry yesterday, but just the fact that he didn't get a target until early in the 4th quarter, like what needs to happen to get him involved earlier? And are you guys worried at all about, frustration with him just with how the year has gone?
Yeah, I'm frustrated with that loss. I'm frustrated that we don't get the ball to Jerry, our best wide receiver, earlier in that game and throughout that game. Now, are there always reasons for those type of things? Sure, but it's not lost on me that Jerry's our best player at that position, and we have to get him the ball. And that goes back to the earlier comment we talked about, just making sure we have our guys in the right positions. Whether it's where they're playing on the formation, the routes we're asking them to run, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, next one, Fred.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously in the bye week, middle of the road, kind of crossroads. How do you evaluate? You're playing a lot of young guys, but where the team is versus this topsy-turvy AFC North, 2 games out of 1st place at the midway point. So how do you balance that, with 9 games to play? All in or continue, and just what's been going on?
No, we're all in, Fred. I mean, you are what your record says you are, so we got to own it. That's where we are. But we're excited about the challenge in front of us. We get again, guys will take a breath this week, but then you got 9 games coming up, 5 of them at our place.
Thanks.
Next one, Cam.
Kevin, you mentioned some of that frustration and you guys share in the frustration. Is there a balance to kind of handling the frustration and not letting it go overboard, but also maybe letting it fuel you, trying to change some things? Is there a balance, and what does that look like?
I think it's really so specific to all of us. We know we have a job to do. The fun in this business is winning. So there's the frustration that comes with losing a game is very real, but how you channel that and how you, like you said, use it as fuel moving forward, I think is really important.
And then when you're doing that, managing, how guys are performing too. I think about a guy like Alex Wright, who seems to have a strong year. Do you kind of lean on the production of some of those guys as you're trying to move forward and use them as examples? Is that something that you can do?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, moving forward, we need our best players to play great. And there's some really good moments of that throughout this season. And again, we just have to, as from the coaching staff on down, we got to make sure that we're doing our job, playing our role, putting our guys where they need to be. And then, like you said, guys are going to make plays. And I think Alex is a great example of that.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go back to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, I have a couple of questions real quick, if you don't mind. The first one, a clip circulated showing Miles on the sideline just whipping his helmet into the ground during the game. Just wondering, what you think of an outburst like that. What do you think that he was so angry about in that moment? I mean, I think it may have been that he got taken out of the game and wanted to play, is what I think he said afterwards, but I don't know if it was specifically about that moment. But what do you think about that sort of show of frustration by him on the sideline?
Yeah, similar to what I was just saying, Mary Kay, with Cam. We're all frustrated. Obviously, in those moments, we want to make sure it doesn't get the best of us. But with that frustration comes a resolve. And I know Miles, and I know him as a leader. I know the leaders in this football team will show that mettle, will show that resolve.
And then the other question that I had was about SHEDEUR not playing yesterday. And I'm pretty sure he mentioned in the locker room that it wasn't his decision. And so, I mean, if he had said to you guys, hey, I want to play, I can play, I mean, would that have factored into this at all? Or what was the thinking behind that and how'd that go?
Yeah, he obviously came in Saturday with his back injury. We were hopeful that he'd be able to move around well enough to suit up on Sunday, but put him through a pregame warm up, and obviously just didn't feel like he was ready to play, Mary Kay. But he's getting better every day, and I'm hopeful that he'll continue to improve.
And if I can ask a super quick follow-up on that, why wouldn't you, just to see if it does anything to the offense, give him an opportunity to go in there and play?
Yeah, obviously my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
Okay.
All right, next we go to Daryl.
Yeah, Kevin, I apologize for asking a question I normally ask Andrew, but you're here. So with the trade deadline that's coming up here, do you see the team focusing maybe on moves similar to the Greg Newsome, Tyson Campbell trade, where you're more so looking for getting players that can help you now as opposed to picks? And then also, too, what is your role in those conversations when it comes to, looking for help that you need with the roster?
Yeah, you'd have to ask Andrew. I'm just kidding. Yeah, listen, AB is doing his job. We talk every day about opportunities that may or may not come up. I really like the group we have, but I'm sure, I know we're working hard and looking at all those avenues, but I like the guys we got.
Thanks.
All right, back to Scott.
Kevin, how did SHEDEUR hurt the back?
Yeah, not sure. I mean, nothing specific, just came in with stiff.
And then Miles, have you ever seen a performance like that? And how unfortunate that it comes in a loss like that?
Well, that's the among the many frustrating things is you want to celebrate a performance like that. And, I told him that he should be very proud. And I know we win as a team, we lose as a team, and it's hard to think about that right now, but that's pretty special to be able to do that.
Thanks.
All right, Mary Kay, do you have one more?
No, that's okay.
All right, that wraps us up. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.